So I'd give today a solid 7 out of 10. Hi, my name's Sapper Morris-Patterson. I'm 34 years old. My hobbies include scuba diving and flying, so small aircraft. Both of those things I've managed to do as part of military clubs, and the scuba diving as part of a Royal Engineer club. I also enjoy hiking, skiing and rock climbing, running when I can't get out to those things. I decided to join the British Army Reserves mostly because I did OTC at university, and that was a great introduction to infantry training, which I really enjoyed, and also getting to grips with the basics of army life and what to do and what not to do. And then later on, now I've decided to rejoin as a reservist again, and this time I've decided to join the Royal Engineers. And the main reason for that is I'm lucky enough to have done education and science up to, quite a high level, my PhD, but there are a lot of basics that I still really fundamentally don't understand. So for example, between petrol and diesel engines, how my electrics in my house are wired up, how the gas supply works in terms of the cookers, and also the plumbing, how the plumbing works in my house. So these were all things that I really wanted to get to grasps with, and that I felt like I didn't really have an opportunity to do in my normal everyday life, but also in terms of doing courses on Civvy Street. So today was our first day of the Combat Engineer Foundation with the British Army Reserves, and we're at 3 RSME based in Gibraltar Barracks. So the process in order to get into the camp and everything since we've been on camp has been really quick and really smooth. We had a little tour around first of all, after we dropped all our kit off. Our accommodation's really nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what's next. It's been really good so far. So we've got to grips with lots of different hand tools, lots of electrical power tools as well, which was quite a steep learning curve. So you have to learn on this course quite a lot of different parts of items, what their function is, definitely their safety points, so making sure you know those really inside out. And then you get a go to use them really quickly. So straight away they trust you to use all the equipment. My favourite part of today has to undoubtedly be just free reign of the woodblock to make whatever we wanted. So we had lots of hand tools, electric tools, and lots of wood to use. And we basically could be as creative as we liked. So some people made chairs, some people made tables. So that was really good and we really enjoyed it. We all got issued iPads, and that was really surprising. So basically all of our content for the whole 2 weeks is all on the iPads, and we just carry them around with us at all times. And in the evenings, we just learn from our iPads and go onto the Moodle learning site, which is part of 3 RSME. And that's fantastic. So it essentially allows us to scroll through and learn about what might be happening the next day. We might recap on things that have gone for the last days that we've spent as well. So that's brilliant, and we're all finding that super useful and helpful, because we're not spending ages like scouring through lots of information. It's all very succinct. So it also allows us, so today, if there was a piece of equipment that we weren't familiar with, we could just bring our iPad out, look at our iPad, look at the specifications and how to use it, and then go from there. I've met loads of new people, as you can imagine, on the Reservist course. Everyone has a different day job or they're studying. So we have a mortician on our course, we have 2 policemen, and we've got a food engineer. We've also got someone who works in business, someone who works in finance, and also an architect. So lots and lots of different skill sets, and I'm looking forward to seeing how people bring their skill sets into the tasks that we've got to do in the days ahead. Do we feel part of a team yet? I would say probably not just yet. Everyone's sort of getting to know each other quite a bit. Although, having said that, today's opportunity to sort of grab lots of tools and use them and work together actually is helping to foster that as a team. So the most difficult thing I found today is essentially the volume of information that we're expected to know. In the morning we learnt about hand tools and electric tools as well as generators. And then in the afternoon we learnt about lifting tackle and about how teams can lift items together, and the process that you go through. We also learnt about bringing items out, like vehicle recovery, for instance, and that kind of thing. So there's been quite a lot today. There's absolutely no difference about being a man or a woman on this course. All of the women are in the same section. We're obviously all in the same room, so it makes sense to be in the same section from a logistics point of view. But yeah, absolutely no difference whatsoever. And actually all of the tasks require different kinds of skill sets anyway. So for example, I'm not the tallest person, but if I'm lifting something with others, so as we've learnt this afternoon, then the smallest people go at the front and the taller people go at the back. So yeah, we've been treated exactly the same, no difference whatsoever. So I'd give today a solid 7 out of 10. It was really enjoyable start to the course, and I think getting an opportunity to use a lot of the tools that I probably would have seen but not necessarily used before was a real highlight. So yeah, I've really enjoyed today, and it's great to be part of a reservist course as well. I think that the staff have been asking us lots of questions about what we do in our day-to-day lives, so that's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what tomorrow brings.